Last time, before I installed the client libraries, we had gotten this far. Actually, I'll have the computer read it.
You've got the token for your user's credit card details. Now what? Now you charge them money. This happens on your server, and the fastest way to do it is by using one of our client libraries. If you haven't already, install your favorite language now. In this tutorial, we will show code for Ruby, PHP, Python, and Node.
Alright, I've done that already.
In your web server, grab the Stripe token in the post parameter submitted by your form. Once you do, it's one simple call to charge the card with Stripe.
In your web server, grab the Stripe token in the post parameters. Okay, I can see how I would do that. Submitted by your form, yes. Once you do, it's one simple call to charge the card with Stripe. So what I did is I took the code for PHP for charging the credit card and I put it in my chargecreditcard.php script. I put it, okay, the PHP code at the beginning of the script. You know, the type of code which is referred to as the controller code in an MVC, Model View Controller. So the controller code is here near the top of the script. Let me collapse some of this. So right here is where actual page content starts. Up here is all the code for the control or the controller code. All right, let me expand this one. This was there before. The code that I pasted in here starts from here and ends here, and I collapsed it. Okay, so let me collapse the code I had before, which just checks to make sure. It basically redirects the browser of the user to index.php and puts a message, do not access this page directly. And it does this if this page was reached without being submitted. And I already covered that somewhere else. Okay, so let me collapse this code. So the code we're interested in is what's down here. All the way from here up to here. That's what we're interested in right now because that's what I pasted into this script. Okay, I just did something that's significant. Rather than try to keep hiding the API key, and by the way, that was the test secret API key, I created a PHP constant called myStripe. This constant is defined in config.php in includes. Config.php in includes is not going to be or is not included in the Git repository. So people will not be able to see this constant if they look at my GitHub page or look at a copy of my repository. I will also have to remember to replace this key manually on each server. And as they keep reminding me, I need to use the, I think they call it production key pair when I want real charges to occur. Right now, I'm just using the test key pair, not the production key pair. I made some changes. Okay, it includes config.php now has it has all the Stripe keys in it. And that's why I don't want to open it right now. Initialize.php all the way at the bottom. Okay, if the environment variable is equal to the string development, then we're using the test Stripe key pair. If the environment constant is equal to the string production, then I'm going to set these two variables to the live key pair. Otherwise, if the string is neither development nor production, the script will die with the message, "I do not know which environment I am in." Okay. Likewise, in the web directory, in index.php and chargecreditcard.php, I put those two new variables to use. In index.php, I'm using my Stripe public key, the variable, and in charge credit card, I'm using my Stripe secret key. So it's secret key and publishable key. Whether I'm testing or actually doing live collection of money through Stripe, there's only two variables I'm going to be dealing with. Whereas the actual values that we have are 4 values. So here we have to only deal with 2 variables, the publishable and the secret key. Whereas in initialize.php, we know that there's actually 4 different keys that have to be dealt with, and so it's 4 keys but 2 key pairs. So over here we're dealing with it as if it was just 1 key pair, the Stripe key pair. Notice that the 2 variables here don't have the word testing and live in it, whereas here we have testing and live. So that's another change which I made to the code. And that way I don't have to worry about showing my keys in my videos. But that's not the only reason. It's also so that if the keys change, I just have to go to the config.php. And whether I'm testing or not testing, that also gets changed in my config.php. It doesn't even get changed in initialize. Initialize is going to stay the way it is. Okay, initialize. See, there's nothing here that's going to change. Okay, all the changes happen in config.php. Now, depending on whether config.php says it's development or production, then that determines which key pair is being used. The goal here is that when someone goes to deploy this, they don't have to worry about making any changes to the source code. The only changes that they make are in config.php, and that's not part of the source code. That is something that whoever is deploying this software will have to create the file called config.php and populate it with the necessary information. And I hope later on I will put some, probably for the documentation of this project, I will explicitly declare what needs to be in the config.php file.